Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round number 7 here at the Darlington Speedway, brought to you by Top Esports. We're here with the Graham Construction Xfinity Series for the Moore Family 150 tonight. It's going to be 125 laps of excitement. Here with me in the booth tonight, we have Mr. Abram Moon, and we have Mr. Fireball Woody. Fireball, you want to take us through a bit of the track here and what we're going to be seeing tonight?
Brad, hey, we got a kind of an egg-shaped track tonight. Hey, we got one turn a little bit shorter than the other, so we're going to be seeing some tight getting in the turns there. Then another 3 and 4, you're going to see them kind of get a little faster coming out 3 and 4.
Abram, it's been an exciting 6 races so far. What are you expecting now that we're about halfway through the season?
It's been an exciting 6 races here, Brad, and I'm expecting some action tonight. I'm expecting some green flag runs, though. We got a smaller field tonight. Darlington usually does that for any league. It's a scary track to race. I can tell you from personal experience. I raced it last year in the trucks. I mean, it is zero fun. It's such an unpredictable track. I think early on we're going to see guys kind of try to just get the feel for the track, and then as the night goes on, we'll start seeing some more aggressive moves.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I'm sitting this one out myself. But while we're here, let's go through the starting lineup. Starting in first here, we have Levi McCarty with Fairfield Motorsports. And to his outside is Mr. Thomas Delago. Starting third, we have Fletcher Quigley, also with Fairfield Motorsports, and Cole Thomas to his outside.
I prefer if you did it on
Fifth place, we have Rule Fane and Seven Crawford to his outside in sixth. Seventh place, Matthew Fleming with Texas Family Racing. And eighth place, Mr. Sean Kazistra with Wolf Pumps.
Enter the corner a little earlier than other people.
Brian Kaufman heads off at 9th place, and Joe Tarda from JDJ rounds out your top 10. What do you have Paul from 11th back?
Yeah, we got Mr. Brandon Ward. He's starting in 11th place. They got Mr. Riesler. He's starting in 12th. Mr. Zirkle. Hey, rounding out the top 13.
And that is our grid for tonight. Mr. James Woodard will be on the race control for us.
Amen.
Boys, I've been a little bit excited for this one. A little bit nervous for these guys. I mean, we all know how tough this track is. 3 and 4 can really bite you at any given time. You really got to set yourself up nicely in that turn every lap. How many cautions do you think we're going to have tonight, guys? What's the over-under?
So please be careful.
10 plus.
10 plus.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't want to be that pessimistic. I think we're going to be able to get this with a maximum of 3 or 4 cautions. Like I said, we've got a smaller field. A lot of these guys, I mean, we're kind of spread out qualifying time-wise from the front to the back, so we might see the field spread out quite a bit. If we can just get 5 green flag laps in a row, I think we'll really spread out and get a really good long run.
Well, as we head down the back stretch here, final thoughts before we go green. Who's your picks tonight, guys?
Woody, do you have a pick?
Taking Mr.
the car right there.
I like to see my man 7 get up there, but I think we're going to see Mr. Tommy Delago might take this one tonight. He's a short track racing fool.
Good luck, bud.
Yeah, Tommy Delago. That's always a good option. I've got my eyes out on Levi McCarty. I know he put a lot of laps in this week. I'm expecting him to have a really good run tonight. Him and Fletcher Quigley.
And they are coming out of turn 4. Pace car is in. We're about to take the green. Green flag is out. Levi with a huge, strong lead out in front here going into turn 1. We got Mr. Quigley on the inside of Tommy Delago for 2nd place. And
yeah, great jump there from the 18 and 24, Brad. They got a nice gap there just through the turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, that was a great start, definitely for the Fairfield Motorsports guys. They've already started to string it out a little bit here. We'll take a little bit of a look back here to Seven Crawford and Rule Fane. Oh, we got a bit of an incident back of the pack here.
Sorry, Owen.
Looks like Brian Kaufman was involved and possibly Matthew Fleming, it looks like. Those two got together on the front stretch.
I'll get
Yep.
going here in a sec,
Everybody's
Cole.
still
Sorry.
rolling.
Everybody's still
Well,
rolling. That's great
46
news.
is up.
Sean Kazitscha's in the wall. And our
Well-
first yellow flag of the night.
Exactly. I'm not pushing it hard.
Well,
That was a caster curse right there, just saying we're keeping it green, and then boom.
yeah, well, let's get a replay of that while we're here.
That's why I let those two guys go. Mine's pretty hairy the first couple laps.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's like that Darlington turn caught them.
Yep.
While we're
Plus,
doing this,
this
I'm just
place
going to
here,
turn these
you
guys
can't go
sound
in
up,
turn one
so I
too
don't
wide.
hear them.
Yeah, some races that voice chat can be pretty dangerous, Brad. As we know, as we do race in the series, tempers flare in a track like this, Brad. It's you can see tempers pretty frequent. It's just one of those tracks. Everybody's white knuckle to the wheel. It's just a long night whenever you're here at Darlington.
Yeah, and I would say after that one, Darlington has claimed her first victim. That wall comes quick.
Yep, that was more than a stripe, Brad. That was I don't know what that was, but it was more than a stripe.
Yeah, his whole front end is gone. I think he's going to have to burn up his only fast repair tonight. And speaking of that, with this league here, they do run one fast repair. We do run 70% fuel in the cars, not 100%. It does loosen them up a little bit. And we also have 4 sets of tires for these guys.
Yeah. And I was in race chat earlier before the broadcast went on, and these guys said it feels loose tonight, with that 70% fuel. The car's moving around a little bit more than maybe they were practicing on. Maybe during the week they, were at 100% fuel, weren't quite expecting the cars to feel this loose, but it's an adjustment they're going to make throughout the race. And like I said, it's all about consistency here at Darlington. It's just one of those tracks from lap to lap. The car can feel different. The track can feel different. You're never doing 2 straight laps the same here. And that's what makes this track so scary and daunting, but also, an awesome race to win or have a podium finish at.
Yeah, much agreed there. You feel like you've definitely earned it after a win here, that's for sure. While we're taking one more lap of caution, we'll just go through the top 10 real quick. Just kind of show off everybody's driver details. So we have Mr. Levi McCarty leading the race right now with Fletcher Quigley in second place. Tommy Delago sitting in third. Cole Thomas on his outside in fourth. Seven Crawford in fifth place with Rule Fame in sixth. Brandon Ward up in seventh place, up 4 spots already from 11th. Good run for him. And Tony Ressler to his outside. Anthony Zirkle will be restarting off in 9th place, and Brian Kaufman will be your 10th starter.
Yeah, we got a good thing going on here, Brad. I thought Levi was coming into the pits there the way he came down the track like that. So I guess he's cleaning his tires off. But I think we're going to have hopefully at least 4 or 5 good green laps here coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah, we definitely are.
Looks like he was faking them out a little bit, I think, on that one.
Here at Darlington, on the green flag pit stops, this is one of the toughest pit entries to hit. With these Xfinity cars, they're just, you can't get them turned down. If you're trying to come in from that top line down into the pits, you're just not going to make the turns. So you're going to see a lot of the guys be down at that apron, about halfway down the backstretch. I mean, it's that tough of a pit entry to hit.
Yeah, for sure. Well, with Chicagoland last week, we both know that was definitely a caution-filled race. What do you think the chances are we can string this out for 30 or 40 laps, boys?
I think we're gonna get there. Guys are gonna realize that the first couple laps, tires are gonna be cold. It's gonna be slick. But as we saw there in just those couple laps, the field was single file, and there was quite a bit of distance between most of the racers. So I think we're gonna get it. What do you think, Woody?
I'm hoping we'll get at least 10, 15 green laps, but they need to take their time, get their tires warmed up real good where they'll start sticking, and that way they can keep off that wall there. And I tell you, the one to look out for is Tommy D. He knows how to save them tires, so this if he can stay out of trouble and stay out of the wall, I think you'll have a good chance. But those two boys up front up there, hey, they're going to be running together there to the last 5 laps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Those are two hungry dogs up at the front, Woody. Looks like we're about to go green here again at Darlington.
Yep, coming off the 4 here. They're about to take the green. Levi takes it. Another big, strong lead out front of Fletcher. Looks like a little bit of teamwork there between the two. And they're single filed off before they hit turn 1.
Great first lap. Great lap there going there and coming out of turn 3 and on the back stretch there. So kind of getting single file. They're settling down a little bit there, Brad and Abram, and hopefully they'll just take their time and just kind of stay out of that wall.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with these guys after the first or the last few races there. It's been a little bit sketchy on the restarts. That's usually where you're seeing a lot of the cautions, but these guys have strung it out really nicely tonight, and I feel like there's a lot more give than there is take tonight.
Definitely a lot more give than take. It's just one of those tracks, you know, you can get so many spots here at Darlington just waiting for the guy in front of you to make a mistake. And guys are going to make mistakes. It doesn't matter if you're one of the fastest guys on the track or the slowest guys on the track. Guys are going to make mistakes. It's just one of those tracks, you know, cars feeling different every lap, but everybody's doing a really good job right now, and I'm curious to see on this long run if Mr. Tommy D, the best long run driver we have in our series, just wondering if he's going to be saving and waiting for Levi and Fletcher to burn it up at the front.
Yeah, I think we'll see him do that for sure. He'll let them get going out there, and Tommy D will take and sit back there, save his tires, let the boys up front just burn them up, and all of a sudden you'll just see him sneak right up behind you, just like the Batman, and get you.
Yep, and we just saw, as we were talking about, we saw Levi clip the wall there. Out of 2, it looked like, and his teammate Fletcher just surpassed him for the lead here. Levi obviously didn't fight him too hard. You don't really want to fight. If somebody's trying to make a pass on you here at Darlington, generally you're going to see guys kind of give the spot. You definitely don't want to be running too wide in the corners. So we'll see if Levi can recover from that wall tap, but it looks like Fletcher is starting to gap the field right now.
Yeah, and since you mentioned that there, we're actually going to go and take a look at that first place pass, because I was a little bit concentrated on Tommy D and his helmet that he got made for him this week. Yeah, he blew by him on that straightaway for sure.
Yep. But definitely, you definitely don't want to be fighting side by side here, especially when 1 and 2 have such a gap on the rest of the field. Just let your teammate go. You just hit the wall. You've lost your momentum. You know, don't hold up your teammate and let him get out in the front.
Oh, we're working on lap 12 right now of 110. Sorry, I mistake on me. I thought it was 125 tonight. Working on 110 instead. So with Cole Thomas starting here to move up, he's been hungry here for a win in this league ever since he got the call up from the trucks. And he's putting on a show for everybody in this league to see for sure.
Yep, Cole Thomas, he came up really strong in the league. The first couple of weeks he was in it. Past couple of weeks he's been a little bit unlucky. Car's gotten a little dirty throughout the race, you know. It's one thing to be fast, it's another thing to keep your car clean, and sometimes, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But since he got caught up to the Xfinity Series, he's definitely been doing a great job.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a great job out there, Abram, for sure. And as we look on the, we got a caution. I was getting ready to tell him about our roof cam. We was on there looking out at the second place, man.
What do you
Ooh, that was almost a slip up there, my brother. My brother. Talk to me, my brother, but don't talk to me that way.
We'll cut that one out. Let's go back and see that Joe Tardif incident there.
It just looked like Anthony Zirkle gets into the back of the 8 of Matthew Fleming, and Matt bounces up and hits Brandon Ward into the wall.
And Joe
looks like Zirkle just got into the corner a little too hot.
I bet he flat spotted those tires a little bit.
I'll try and get this from a different angle. Yeah, that's already happening at that point.
Yeah. Looked like the beer nuts car got into the other one there, and
bit of a chain reaction, and Joe, luckily for him, he just locked it down, but he was the cause for the caution by iRacing's call.
For stopping in the middle of the track.
Well, guys, we're working on caution 2. 15 laps in. I know, we thought Woody's 10 caution flags would be a little ridiculous for the over-under tonight, but how do you think we're looking now?
I still think we're looking good. I know the drivers up at the front are saying, let's keep it clean in the back there. If you're not running in the top 5, there's no need to be trying to push it 3 wide or getting too hot in the corner trying to make a pass. Just kind of let the race play itself out.
And Abram, you were in a lot of practices, I'm sure, this week. How are you feeling with the tire wear on the cars?
I'll be honest, Brad. Tire wear, usually tire wear is a huge thing at most tracks you go to, but at Darlington, it's just about being consistent. The tires you could have fresh tires and you could feel awful. But when you get to like lap 15 on those tires, I mean, you could be feeling fast. You could be feeling good about the line you're running and how you're running it. It's really just a unique track. Obviously, you want fresh tires, especially in a late green-white checkers or something like that. But generally, you just want to be on what feels comfortable for you. So I wouldn't even be surprised to see some of the guys stay out here, especially the guys up at the front. They're feeling comfortable. They're gap in the back of the field. I'm curious to see what happens here with pitting.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if anybody behind Fletcher and Levi almost want to take a gamble on a different strategy. Being that we did up the tire sets the last couple of weeks to 4 instead of 3, you do have that almost option of taking a different strategy than somebody else. Do you think that would work out this early? If they went back to 13th, 14th, had to work their way up, somebody like Cole Thomas or Tommy Delago, if they were to come in and pit?
I don't know. We've seen both cautions come in from the back. So I don't know. That's always a scary proposition. It doesn't really matter if you're fast. This is still a tough track to make passes and make clean passes. So I'm curious to see. I don't think anybody pitted, Brad.
No, it doesn't look like it's there on my screen. We're going to go and take a look now. Actually, we have one to go. Thomas asked me to show off this beautiful little helmet that he had made. Robert Doig, Bomb Dude, made this helmet for him, and it is pretty cool, I must say.
Yeah, it is. You got a nice driving suit to match it there, too, so it is pretty cool. And old Tommy D, man, with that unlimited beef jerky is off the chain, so is his suit there.
Yeah, we might, if we got another caution there, maybe we'll pull him up here to the booth, see what he's saying for this race. And we're entering turn 3 and 4 right now. Pace lights are off. I think Fletcher's going to get a nice big jump here. I think he's going to bring Levi with him, and I also expect Cole is going to try and get in between that party. So this should be interesting.
Here we go. Good boogly woogly. It's green flag again, Brad.
It's like Cole Thomas got a pretty good jump there.
Yeah, he got a great jump there out into turn 1. Got past Tommy D for the 3rd spot. It seems like the inside line is almost the preferred line on these restarts for sure. You can't get much momentum on the outside right off the bat.
Yeah, definitely preferred on the restart, but we see the guys on the inside, they're trying to get to the outside by the first corner there. So I don't know what it is about that bottom line, but they're getting a great jump every single restart.
Yeah, it looks like they got their tires good and warm there on the pace lap. As cleaning them off and everything, and you could see them there, a few of them taking slam the gas on to make sure they get some heat in those rear tires where they can go.
And we're working on lap number 19, coming to lap 20.
Wow. Brad, you was talking strategy a while ago. I think you're going to see a lot of these guys that's going to take their tires to the limit and probably mostly pit when it's time for the fuel. I think you're going to see some of that. They're going to wait till they get close to the end of the fuel run. You agree with me, Abram?
Sorry, Woody. I was having technical issues there. Wouldn't be a race night if there was no technical issues going on. Can you repeat the question for me, young man?
I said I think they are going to take mostly wait on their fuel, to wait till the fuel gets down close before they come in, and kind of stay on these tires most of the race as long as they can. I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push the fuel to the max. We saw last week, especially Fletcher and Levi, they short pitted by a couple laps. They still had a few laps of fuel left in the tank. They pitted just a little bit early, and both times they got caught in pit lane and both went a lap down. So I know for sure you're not going to see Fletcher or Levi short pit again this week. So I'd expect most people to stay out and squeeze every last bit of fuel that they have in their car and every last piece of rubber on their tires as well.
And as we were actually pointed on Brandon Ward, favorite Blinky, he managed to scrape the wall for us. We got that on camera for him.
The ultimate showman. What can you say?
Yes, sir. He is the definition of the Darlington stripe.
The wall rider rides again, right there again. He just got it again.
Yeah, he's. You can hear those tires really screeching in the corners there for him. I don't know if his car is the way that he wanted it set up tonight.
Yeah, you can see some damage on this right front there fender. You can see it bowed up a little bit on the hood there. But there he goes again. He touched it again. Yep, his name's going to stick with him tonight, Mr. Wall Rider.
I'm seeing some people in the chat saying you're a little bit low there, Brad. I don't know if you can turn your mic up, but it's coming through a little bit low on the stream.
Get on that. That should be better.
I'm just waiting for it to come across my Discord. Make sure we got you.
And our closest battle here is Mr. Levi McCarty and Cole Thomas battling for the second spot. Cole just scraped the wall a little bit there, coming into 3 and 4. Didn't look like he scrubbed off too much speed, but it is allowing Tommy DeLago to catch up to him. And he might get a run on him coming out of 2 here.
Yeah, Tommy's really kind of wanting to get that third place up there. He's coming toward the front there. You can see him moving up, fixing to go inside there on the 43. I think he might get him here in a couple laps.
As we look on the onboard, you can really get a sense of these corners and then how, you know, you have to really diamond this track. You have to take it low, go up high, then come back down low again to cut it. Tommy was successful in taking that third place spot away to move him up.
Yeah, it looked like 43's kind of,
no,
you can see him sliding there a little bit.
That was STK. Never mind, that was an STK screw up. Cole is still in front of Tommy.
Yeah. There you go. We got Tommy now. He's coming in low. Kind of watch him there, Brad, as you look at the rear of 43 there. You can see him sliding when he gets on the gas coming out of the turns there. You know, they're still breaking traction, so those tires need to get just a little warmer.
Yeah, you can see the difference of lines there. Cole does drive it a little bit lower than Tommy, but Tommy's saving those tires the way he was driving the lane higher right now for sure.
Yeah, and this is a great shot you got going on here, Brad. And also, thank you for the camera angles.
It's no problem. I enjoy doing it for this league. I enjoy doing it for every league I work on, and I just want to bring the best shots in iRacing to everybody home. And
always fantastic shots from you, Brad.
There he goes. Tommy D done took number 3.
Levi's just tagged the wall 2 corners in a row. He's managed to keep it straight, but he's definitely losing ground on Fletcher. And Fletcher's loving to see all this pressure Tommy's putting on Cole back here. You know, it's just helping him gap the field even more. And then obviously Levi hitting the corner 2 laps in a row.
Just hit the wall. Didn't mean to interrupt you there. Tommy D just scraped the wall.
Woody, that's exactly right. This is Darlington. You know, people at the front are going to hit the wall. People in the back are going to hit the wall. It's just part of the track. You know, it's earning your stripes. So luckily we're keeping it green though.
I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops coming up soon.
Well,
yeah, I was talking to the guys earlier. They said 40 in the 40s is what you get on a fuel cycle. So we haven't seen anybody come down pit road yet.
It looks
so
like we
within
have
10 to
Mr.
15
Brandon
laps.
Ward actually coming down right now. So Brandon Ward is actually our first taker onto pit road.
And that Darlington stripe is all over him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like he's taking a fast repair either, so he might not. And there's 24 got a little loose coming into that turn.
Oh.
They're all getting loose.
Well, we're you know, Abram, we're 32. We're coming into 32 laps into this race. You know, I know you said tires weren't too big of an issue, but 32 laps of racing, hard rate, like these guys have really not given an inch so far. 32 laps of hard racing. What do you think the tires are like now?
Yeah, they're starting to feel bad now. Like I said earlier, though, when you're on those tires, and we saw it because they didn't come into pit, the tires are about 10 to 15 laps old. Nobody wanted to come in pit because their tires were warmed up. They were feeling good about the lines they were running and how their car was feeling. But now this is the downside of that strategy of not coming in. Now you're, 30 plus laps on these tires and they're starting to scream at you a little bit and it's getting tougher and tougher to stay off that wall. Curious to see. I mean, if you can keep it clean for the next 8 to 10 laps and get 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles, keeping the car clean, you could be in pretty good shape.
And right now we are looking at your biggest battle on the track, and it's going to be for 5th, 6th, and 7th place between Rule Thane, Mr. Sean Kazitscha, and Brian Kaufman out there in the 01.
Yep, these 6 in the back, they're running pretty close together. Looks like some of them kind of biding their time, waiting for the right time to pass. Looks like Mr. Tony Wrestler is going to make a pass on 7 Crawford back there.
Yeah, and that's going to allow Matthew Fleming to also close up on the back of 7 as well. See if he can make a run here out of 3 and 4.
Yeah, Mr. 7 Crawford. Go ahead, Woody.
I just said their tires are getting bad every time. Every lap they run, they're getting closer and closer to that wall.
Well, I'm looking at the fall off here, and Fletcher's best lap so far is a 29.95. His last lap, a 31.51. About a second and a half, a little more than a second and a half drop off so far in 30 laps. So is fresh tires, or coming in first, is that going to be worth it tonight? Is that going to get you the advantage you need to beat a guy like Fletcher, a guy like Levi?
From the look of the field right now and how spread out it is, these guys from 3 on back, they're going to have to do something a little bit different. They're not going to be able to come in same pit cycles Fletcher and Levi, especially on green flag. Obviously, they're going to come in with them on a caution pit, but for green flag pits, there's just no way you can come in with 18 and 24 right now. You're just not going to be able to make up that distance that they've managed to pull away from the field.
And I guess my last question to that would be 2 tires. What do you think about taking 2 over 4 when it comes to something like that if you're trying to beat the guy out ahead of you?
Two, I mean, it can work in the short run. It's not going to work on the long run for you. So I don't know if we're going to see that. Maybe you can do it late in a race. Just grab 2 if you're going to have a green-white checkers and kind of hope the field bunches up and you get a couple cautions and end it on a yellow. But generally, you're going to want those 4 fresh Goodyears. It's just going to be too much if you've got 2 of your tires on 40-lap old, rubber.
Yeah, Tommy D just made a pass for 3rd place. So he's moved up in the 3rd and got a good clean pass, too, out of Mr. Thomas there.
And there, actually, you can see the difference behind him. We have Brandon Ward on the inside on brand new tires versus Cole on lap old tires. And, I mean, Brandon's getting to him, but he's not quite getting around him. So, and there goes Cole into the wall.
Goes Cole into the wall. Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you see that speed coming at you, those 4 fresh tires. It's tough, but you just got to let him go. He's a lap down. Just let him go and keep your own car clean. There's no sense, damaging up your car trying to hold off a lap car. Just let him pass, and just keep running your race.
Yeah, he is putting up quite the fight here to Mr. Ward. I don't know if I'd be doing the same. I think I'd just let him go and move on with my day. Maybe think about pitting pretty soon, but how far away do you think we are from pit stops now that some have scraped the wall? Others are noticing obviously tire wear now. Do you think we're maybe 5-10 laps away from a pit stop?
Yeah, we're definitely in that window. Definitely expecting to see some cars start coming down into the pit lane here in the next 5 laps. And like I said, from 3 on back, they're going to have to do something different. They're going to have to try and short pit this if they're going to try to gain ground on Mr. Fletcher Quigley, because right now he is running away with it.
Well, something to keep in mind. Hi, guys. How are you doing today?
Hey, Mr.
Hello.
Jason, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I'm
Something to keep
glad
in
you
mind.
made it.
Hey, wife had surgery. I late starts all across the board. Something to keep in mind. Thomas DeLago, that third place car, he's running faster laps than the race leader and Levi McCartney right now. 31.24 on his last lap. He's starting to put something together here, and it looks like he's got some clean air in between he and the 18. I think something that's something you're gonna have to start looking at here. Who's going to be able to run that 40 lap stretch? Who's been saving as well? Because some of these drivers are really good at saving.
And I'm
Yeah,
just,
definitely.
And Tommy D is for sure.
I'm just looking here,
77's in the pit.
77 to pits, yeah.
Yep, Tommy DeLago, he is the best long run driver we have in this Xfinity series, and he's starting to come into that car. He's starting to feel it out, and he's making a charge up to Levi here. Levi's feeling that pressure. We see him tag the wall here.
Yeah, and Tommy's the one that knows how to save those tires, and I guarantee you, he is saving those tires better than anybody out there on the track.
Well, straight to the back bumper, the 86 to the 18, onto the front stretch. You're going to see a lot of that draft coming to play here. Corner entrance into the braking zone, drifting up the track. 2 different turns here at Darlington. The lady in black looks like she's giving some stripes out there.
She has been given a lot of stripes. We're glad to have you in here, and she's going to be given a lot more. Looks like Levi's going to pull down into pit lane on this lap.
Smart move by Levi there, I do believe. Started third. Where did Levi start? That's the only thing I'm missing is starting positions for these drivers.
He started on pole.
Position, yeah.
He's gotten a couple stripes. I'd say he's had about 4 or 5 stripes so far tonight, so I know that car was begging for some 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles.
We'll see. Guys, tell me your picks for tonight because, of course, I'm always curious.
Well, 86 is mine. I picked him at the beginning, and hopefully he does a great job.
Yep, and I kind of cheated. I picked 2. I picked 2 to look at, Levi and Fletcher. Obviously run the same team, Fairfield Motorsports, but I know they put in some time this week, especially Levi. They really want to win this race.
Not to cut you off there, Abram, but just watch Tommy. He missed the pits. He just missed the pit lane entirely. That is going to hurt him for time. Probably going to lose 5 seconds from that at least.
Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning of the broadcast, Brad. This is one of the toughest pit entries we have in,
Here he
in all
comes.
racing.
Here he comes.
Well, you got the commitment cone that's a little bit further away in the middle of the turn, and then you've got a pit wall that separates you from the racetrack right there in the middle of that turn as well. So it really pulls you down the track. You have to get out of the throttle into the brakes a little bit early, and that is very challenging for these drivers. Cole Thomas, your race leader at the moment, the number 43.
Yeah, you're definitely right. It's tough to get down there. You got to be slowed down. It feels bad when you're off the throttle so early and into the pit entry, but it's risky not to do that. I mean, it's really tough to have an aggressive pit entrance at this track.
Brad, did you give me your pick out there? I kind of want to know what your pick is too, brother.
Oh, I didn't get to it right before the green flag, but my pick tonight has to be, and I know it's a long shot. I know some are gonna say, hey, that's probably not the greatest pick, but Brandon Ward, that 88, all of his improving that he's done this year, he's really given it his all. I really want to see that guy get up in the victory lane. I think if he played a bit of strategy, maybe a couple yellow flags will get him back into it. My pick's on the long shot tonight.
Hey, long shots are the underdogs. We all like underdogs. I do, at least. 88 running in 13th. The number 8, what does he got on there? Rep Sports on his paint scheme, but it looks like from me. 3 laps down at the moment. He's tracking down to 233 of Wrestler, 2 laps down. And that is all green. You're seeing probably on your relative right now from 5th on back, everybody a lap down, but it looks like McCartney's going and getting his lap back at the moment. These drivers just seem like they've gotten into a rhythm, and that's the big thing about short track racing, or what they consider short track racing out of Darlington, getting yourself into a rhythm.
Yeah, you're
As we
definitely
see
right.
Thomas Cole coming in the pit, y'all. He's making his pit stop on lap 49.
When we were talking about long shots, Joe Tardif is a name to look out for. When it comes to the long run and stretching the fuel out as long as possible, he's the guy to look at. I'm sure he came down to the pit for both those cautions when nobody else did. So he's going to have a longer run. He's still out on the track, lap 49. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it in 2 stops. It's 110 laps tonight?
Yeah, we're almost the halfway point here. We're just crossing for lap 50. Anthony Zirkle, though, has taken the lead, so I'm thinking he might be on that same strategy as Joe. He might have came in, took a bit of fuel there the first couple of cautions, and well, now he's our new leader, and he's making a heck of a run out of it.
Big Zirk looks like he's got 2.8 seconds over Tardif right now. Tardif, is he slowing down to come to pit road, or is that just kind of his entrance? A little right side damage for the 61 as well.
Yeah, it looks like, he's up into the wall there. Joe is into the wall.
It looked like he was heavy on the brakes into that corner. It almost looked like maybe he got hard into the brakes right there, maybe thinking about coming to pit road, but it kind of just drifted him up the track. He's a little bit free at a turn 1.
Yeah, and before you actually joined us here, Jason, Joe he wasn't involved in the first caution, but he had locked up his tires, avoiding it. So I'm thinking he got some flat spot issues. He was not one to change the tires when he didn't get into a wreck, so I know he didn't change the tires on that, but where do you think his tires are at now, 51 laps into this thing? 52
51 laps. Well, yeah, I would say if he locked him up, we're talking about those flat spots. It's a real thing here in iRacing. Some folks are like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't, warming up my tires doesn't matter when it comes to being. It absolutely does. The way the physics work with iRacing, which is one of the best simulators for simulation racing out there. I know NASCAR Heat just came out with a new racing game out there, but I think that with what the 48 is going to be having here, with what Tardif is doing right here, I think that he's going to be starting to feel that you can. If you get into the brakes at the wrong moment, you're going to feel that car start to skip, and especially when you get into the corner, if it starts skipping, it's going to make you loose. And now he's off the wall again, and some traffic trying to avoid him here.
I'm almost wondering if he wasn't going for a one-stop strategy tonight, this far into the race, and I think it might be backfiring on him a little bit.
Yeah, he's got Quigley that just won a random. Fletcher, the number 24, pulls ahead of him 1.8 seconds. So he's losing a ton of ground here. He's going to need to come to pit road or think about coming to pit road very quickly.
He's hitting that halfway spot. Next time around, he's gonna be there halfway. So technically, he could make it on gas. The only thing is he going to have enough pace? Is he going to lose too much time? I think so, but you never know in racing. Anything can happen.
The average time down pit road, from what I'm looking at here, you're looking at 52.9 seconds for all of the drivers here. If I'm counting all the way through 12th, if you get on, if you're going to lose 52 seconds, it's almost 1 3/4 laps here. So if Joe comes to pit road right now, he's going to be almost 2 laps down to Fletcher Quigley, who's got 5 seconds on him.
Yep, almost 2 laps down, and a guy behind him that's been running a full second faster this entire race. It's a scary proposition. He's going to have to dig deep and kind of build a gap between him and Fletcher, and then just start saving like crazy.
Well, Fletcher Quigley, your race leader, right behind the 46, trying to put Kostritza a lap down at the moment. Has the 223 in front of him. 223 completing his lap 53 at the moment. So 223 a lap down. It's going to be 2 laps down this time by the 46 looks like he's going to go 2 laps down to the 24 quickly. Quickly, I've been able to watch him get in some races here on iRacing. Not necessarily Kostritza his first lap down right now, but he's got a heck of a drive on him, and he's really utilizing that turn 1, turn 2 exit carrying down to the bottom, getting out of the throttle, utilizing where he can put his front bumper there. He looks like he's pretty much on a tear.
And
Yeah, he is on a mission tonight.
As we have the onboard shot here, you can see the intensity in that man's eyes right now as he goes through 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's definitely focused. He's one of those guys that's been around cars, been around racing, for a big chunk of his life. It's something that he really loves, and he's a true competitor. And tonight he's flexed his muscles. He wanted to come out and show out Darlington, and he's doing just that.
Chad, whoa!
Tony Wrestler into the wall, and no caution as of yet. No, he takes it right to the pits. Let's take another
Sometimes that's a benefit there. Jumping along with you guys here. Sometimes that's a benefit. You get into a situation like the 223 here it looks like he just comes up, smacks the wall, keeps himself there, gets himself free, hits the inside wall. Traffic's going to be around. He's super low right there and is able to keep himself off the racing surface. He probably could even turn his wheel at that particular moment.
Yeah, he definitely could have got back on the track and drove it into the pits there, but I know somebody that's happy that he didn't, and that's Mr. Fletcher Quigley. He wants to keep this thing green all the way. He is on a tear right now. Definitely does not want to bunch it back up and, have any chaos ensue.
I'm just looking at the gaps here, guys, and he's pushing a 2.3 second gap to Levi, but Levi has about an 8.4, almost 8.5 second gap to Thomas DeLago. Where do you think he lost that time?
New tires.
Levi to Fletcher.
More Levi to Thomas, because the 8.5 seconds, that's a big gap that they didn't have before the pit stops, and now all of a sudden it's they were maybe
Tommy had problems coming into the pit lane. When he wanted to, he missed it. Mm-hmm. So that was about that 5 to 8 second gap that we're seeing now.
Driving the number 86, driving the Beef Jerky Unlimited paint scheme, all that pink on there. We absolutely enjoy that. Thinking of Beef Jerky Unlimited out there as well. Make sure you go find their Facebook page, go to and their website. Go get yourself some Beef Jerky Unlimited. Tommy DeLago, you guys said has the best tire saving model here, and that is what he's picked to win the race. He might have had just a little bit of optional repairs there. I'm looking at his pit stop here, 14.65 inside his pit stall. So it looks like he just took tires, took the fuel, and got out of pit road. But any of this right side damage going to play a factor in the B car?
Nah. It ain't going to make no damage. Ain't going to hurt these short track cars for sure.
Yeah, he was probably going to pick up that damage, a couple laps into the run anyways. That's just what Darlington's all about. You kind of feel more comfortable if your right side of your car is banged up a little bit. You kind of feel at home. So he's not too worried about it.
Joe Tara's, finally pits.
Yeah, lap 63 of this race.
And we'll take a look here. He's already a lap down. He comes to pit road. He had 30 seconds he and the race leader when he came to pit road. He's going to lose another lap here at least coming to pit road. So we'll see what times he's going to be able to turn. And if he misses his pit stop, he's going to have to. He did get it. He did get in there. That just got in there. Those lines can be deceiving right there on your screen. But Quigley is going to put him 2 laps down right now. How much time is he going to be able to make up? If he gets a caution, if they get a caution right now, that kind of ruins his race.
Yeah, it does kind of ruin his race. But Joe's always been one to go for those long runs. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't look like it's going to pan out for him tonight, but I think it can happen. I can't imagine how that car was feeling 60 laps onto those tires. I can't even imagine that, Jason.
His last lap before he came in, 32.93 to Fletcher, who's just ran a 31.23 on this lap. But a little bit before that, he ran a 30.99. So he's losing 2 seconds a lap, or pretty close to it, to the race leader, which is why he was 30 seconds off the pace. But now he's going to have to step up his game. He's going to have to run those short 30s, get some of that time back, and it looks like he's going to be 3 laps down.
Yeah, it looks like anybody that was kind of on that late pitch strategy is now finding themselves 1 to 3 laps down. We have Anthony Zirkle with 1 lap down, Joe with 3, Tony Wrestler with 3 or more now.
Shanka Stritza down 1 as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Brad, and your pick is 17 laps down now.
It was a long shot for a reason.
There's Levi going into the.
Try. I will give him that. He comes out every week and does his best. So.
Yeah, Levi just hit the wall.
Levi McCartney, 5 seconds off the pace at number 18, driving the wheels off of it and literally gets himself into the wall. It looks like he's going to side scrape the wall coming into there again. That's going to be turn 4 exit onto the front stretch. Man, look at that. And you're seeing all the paint schemes kind of just try to kill it. And I apologize about that. That was turn 2. Turn 1, turn 2, sharper turns. Turn 3, turn 4, a little bit wider. Let me actually pull that back up. I think I'm a little bit wrong there. Turn 1 and 2 a little bit wider. Turn 3 and 4 a little bit sharper. A part of the race information for here is the banking. We're talking 33 degrees on the high side from basically the dotted white line on your screen all the way up to the wall on the highest part, but more flat on entrance and exit. Got to lift, got to brake, and be able to turn at the same time. B-Car not really all that well at doing that.
Yeah, B-Car definitely not that good at doing it. And we've seen Levi, he's consistently on that wall, and he's still managing to keep it about a 5 to 6 second gap. You know, I'm curious to see if he was keeping his car clean like Fletcher, you know, where he'd be running relative to the 24 Fletcher Quigley.
Well, both of their drivers just ran 31.5s for their last lap, just 1/100th of a second separating the last lap time. So lap times are going to be the factor here on the long run. Fletcher Quigley with fresh air, able to drive kind of wherever he wants to.
Yeah, Fletcher's having a great run at it right now. Actually, we had a practice session a few nights ago, and Mr. Ty Gibbs was in it, and who's an absolute ace. He is an absolute ace, especially in those ARCA cars. He does a phenomenal job. But Fletcher was less than 1/10 of a second from Ty Gibbs's times here, and I know that gave him a boost of confidence that he could go out there and have a competitive lap time against one of the best young drivers that we have in NASCAR.
2184 on the I rating, A class, 3.55 on the safety rating. You got a lot of what they consider top split drivers in here driving right now. Let's get the 18, 24, 18, 86 there, getting close. Thomas Delago, he's in third. I'm looking at Tommy, and his lap time's a little bit the same as Fletcher, but he's starting to catch Levi in the relative. He may be losing a little bit to the 24, but the 86 looks like he's stepping up the gas to try to pick up P2 here.
Yeah, this might be a race for second place tonight. Fletcher's he's the class of the field tonight. He's doing a tremendous job. He's keeping his car clean. He's running hard and running a great line. It might be a race for second tonight. It's kind of shaping up to be that way.
The race for fourth is going on right here. The 43 and the 01 of Kaufman. It looked like the 43 might have just made that pass, but they're close enough on relative to the 01s. He's still able to apply some pressure here, but looks like Cole Thomas holding on to fourth. The difference in line for some of the drivers as well. Some of them like to get right next to the wall. Here's turn 1, a little bit wider on the entrance. They're going to be able to drive it down. He skips down to the bottom. That's where you're going to see drivers. If you hit the flat spot on corner entrance or corner exit, you're gonna see those cars shoot up to the top of the race. 43 out of the gas allows Kaufman to start catching up here just a little bit. 43.01 of Kaufman. Tommy Delago in on pit road.
And is that expected right now? Do you think he's short pitting for a reason?
Yep.
I think fuel might be a factor here, so he's going to short pit, try to put himself out front, maybe only be a lap down. When we're talking about having a long green flag run here, I didn't get to see your the first caution here. What lap did the first caution come on?
Lap 1.
Ouch.
Yeah,
what? Okay, the next
one
we had
lap
a couple
7.
cautions happen right away, and then it's been stringing out ever since. So
So I mean, this could be a strategy. It could be, hey, Quigley, as hard as he's running up there, is he saving fuel? That is a big question too. Does he have a fuel saving strategy just in case he's close on fuel? Green white checkers are always the ultimate mothers, so to speak. It gives you it second guesses your fuel strategy. 24 trying to keep it clean, but he's got a large enough lead that maybe save some fuel.
And while we have a little bit of a green flag run here, we're just going to get a commercial break in right now. And just wanted to put out there that the commercial break is brought to you by Peaches.
NASCAR, let's go. IVRL, International Virtual. IVRL, anytime that you hear your engine screaming. IVRL, yeah, you know we ain't streaming. Loud mother rubber, runner harder than a demon. Climbing up the pit, if you catch my double meaning. Cloud 9, you ain't on the move fast. One time, pit stop, get gas. You slow,
Like everybody's
get
pitching short.
past.
The second bid round.
Do laughs.
Smart move.
Track must be changing.
Wow.
Must be cooling off.
So your race leader comes to pit road. Looks like most of the drivers try to do the same thing. They're going to come into pit road, short pit. Thomas looks like he's going to go around. He's going to get back out front as well. We were watching him try to battle there. Small strategy here for the Moore family 150. What do you guys think? What are they just trying to make it to the end?
Yeah, they're still trying to make it to the end. It's just going to be a strategy race, and you gotta have the teammates. Has got to have work together. McCartney and Quigley, they definitely got to work together. But I think Levi had to come in for something else. I don't know what happened. I didn't hear anything on chat.
Here's your Beer Nuts onboard camera with the number 8 car. He is really starting to find some pace as well. 4.2 seconds back from Thomas. The overhead cam. Look at the drive into the corner that he has. Corner exit. He's got one of the best out there.
Yeah, he does. He got a good line going right there.
Coming to pit road this time right now. Yep.
As he's coming into pits.
Yeah, there's a lot of different strategies going on, and you figured we were going to see it with having such a big gap between first and the rest of the pack. Tommy decided to come in and short pit, and Fletcher and Levi said, well, we're not going to let you have too much of an advantage doing that, so we're going to pit a couple laps after that, and then we still have a bunch of guys on the tracks. So we've got at least 3 to 5 different strategies going on right now, and anything can really play out in the favor of any of those strategies.
Well, as your race leader, number 43, comes around to complete lap 81, we're beginning at lap 82. We're going to have a lap 84. You guys were telling me we're going to have a moment of silence. Tell me about what we're doing that for.
Yeah, the driver of the number 84 Michelob Ultra Light car, father passed away, Mr. Kerry Moore, this past week, and we wanted to kind of give a little lap 84 as a little silence there.
We're completing lap 82 as we speak. 43 out front, 2 cars on the lead lap. Quigley is going to be the last car on the lead lap. McCartney is going to be the first car 1 lap down. Zirkle in 4th. Kaufman, Thane, Fleming, Delago, Kostritza, Crawford. And to each and every one of you out there, a moment of silence for the number 84.
Well, I want to thank all of y'all for that silence on the lap 84.
Yeah, Kerry, if you're out there, if you're listening, we love you. We appreciate you. And definitely our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. Kerry's just one of those guys. He's the ultimate grinder. He shows up to all the practices, loves to race. Really awesome guy to talk to. And, life, it's just part of life. It's one of the bad things about life. Everybody has their time. And, our thoughts are with you, Kerry, and we love you.
Yeah, he was one of definitely the three big guys that believed so much in this stream and broadcast that, they put their name on this Xfinity series, the Graham Construction. So definitely a huge shout out to Kerry and everything that they do for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you to absolutely. Thank you to everybody out there for doing exactly that, being a part of the community here, the iRacing community, the esports community. And, of course, Top Esports, myself, Jason over here, Signature Esports, our condolences always go out to those, not only in loss, but make sure that, that support is always there if you need it. And make sure you reach out if you need it. Kerry, I've only gotten to talk to you just that one time last week, and but it's always tough to see folks go through that. But the racing must go on, and no doubt, Kerry, that there's some racing going on. If you believe in it, there's some racing going on upstairs right now. It's happening.
Amen, brother. And they're putting on a great show tonight for Kerry. A lot of green flag racing going on right now.
I don't know if you guys noticed through all that, but we had quite the shakeup through that pit stop. Cole Thomas has moved up. Brian Kaufman has moved up into third now. Tommy DeLago finds himself back in seventh. Just got his lap back, I believe. It's shaping up to be sort of a weird night for some of the guys where you'd think they'd be running top three.
But Tommy DeLago came in a little bit earlier than everybody else on his pit strategy. Running a lap down, came in on 74, quickly came in on 78, able to still capitalize that. DeLago lost a lot of time, but he had already lost about 11 seconds to the race leader already from the previous pit stop, trying to get on pit road. 24's been into the wall a couple of times on a couple of laps here. I've been following along with what Quigley's been able to do here. But DeLago, he's going to need a caution here with 21 laps to go to be able to try to put himself back in that contention. Levi McCartney, the number 18, he was running third there for a long time. Finds himself in a great spot. I talked about the 43 and the 01 battling it out earlier when they were battling for fourth and fifth. Well, now Brian Kaufman finds himself in third, Cole Thomas in fourth. Our Canadian friend who's led several laps here has really pushed that 43 to its boundaries. Right now, there's the 18 on your screen, getting to turn one, turn two exit. He's just doing a phenomenal job. His last lap time, 30.5, 0.3 of a second faster than Fletcher Quigley. So he's still trying to find better pace out of the car, but he's got a little bit of help behind him.
Yeah, you can hear him screaming in chat, cautions! They want a caution. The car's one lap down, want a caution so bad right now.
Well, Fletcher, he's pulled out to a 10-second almost gap now over Levi. So I think everybody from the second spot back is going to need some sort of miracle or caution to come out right now.
Fletcher Quigley. I'm going to look at the last 5 lap times. One of my favorite relatives that SDK has here is the ability to look at the last 5 lap times. And on lap 88, 89, 90, 91, only 2 of the laps are better for Quigley and 2 of the laps are better for McCartney. But the gains from 90 and 91 for Quigley or for McCartney were much greater. This time by, though, McCartney losing a ton of ground, 0.6 of a second on lap 92.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Quigley is sure kind of running away. He's getting further and further away from McCartney there for sure. He's then pulled up a 10-second lead in front of him.
I think McCartney on that last lap was just kind of letting Mr. Zirkle go by. Anthony gets that 61 machine around the number 18, and now McCartney can go back and start focusing on his lap times. Anthony Zirkle, he came to pit road on lap 83 and has got those fresher tires, and Levi, who came out on 78. So 6 laps, basically 5 to 6 laps on a green flag run. That right there can be the difference in gain or loss. There's the 0-1 of Ryan Kaufman on your screen. He is in third, 10.6 seconds behind Levi by McCartney. But more importantly, 21 seconds, almost 21 seconds behind Quigley. He's gaining a little bit each lap.
Yeah, right now he's not looking at the 24. He's looking at the 18 of Levi McCarty. He wants the second place. He knows if this thing goes green, there's no way he's making up 20 seconds in 15 laps the way Fletcher's running. So we've seen Levi into the wall several times tonight. There is a chance that Brian Kaufman can get up there and steal that second place from Levi.
More family 150 has been all about getting your stripes out there. Tell me what you're thinking out there, Woody. I've got to have. You are going to be like my DW, okay? I want you to be my DW. Give me your insight with 15 laps to go, 14 laps to go this time by.
Well, Quigley's praying that he keeps it out of the wall. He keeps his line going and everything. McCartney's hoping you mess up a little bit. And then you got Kaufman up there by, even 21 seconds from Quigley. So Quigley's going to have a, smack the wall and drag it a little bit. But I think he might end up being our race winner tonight.
Ryan Kaufman looking like that third place car is trying to hold on to it. His last lap prior to this one, lap 15, was a 32-second lap. That allowed Thomas to gain a couple. He gained a little bit on him. But each lap, Thomas is starting to pull a little bit more of that lap. With 13 laps to go, make it 12 this coming time by. Do they have enough? Does Thomas have enough to get back up there and rebattle with the 0-1, or is 4 seconds too much to make up here, in your opinion?
I think 4 seconds is a little too much to make up unless the car in front has some issues and rides the wall for a little bit. That's about the only thing.
By the time it's all said and done, once 110 comes to fruition, most of the leaders pitted under lap 78, 76 for Brian Kaufman. Cole Thomas came out on 83. Delago back to pit road right now.
I'm just going to give a shout out to all these Xfinity drivers tonight. As I mentioned before, last week at Chicago, you shouldn't have that many cautions at a race at Chicagoland, but we did. And I got to say, it's been a complete turnaround this week. I can't believe we've just ran almost 100 green flag laps now. It's pretty incredible to see. This is what we want out of these guys, and it's just awesome racing.
I tell you what, even though there was cautions last week at Chicagoland, it was a great race to watch. 24 Quigley, 11 seconds to McCartney now, and McCartney gaining a little bit. Too little too late on the laps. 10 laps to go here, and the Graham Construction Xfinity Series here is live on Top Esports 2 on Twitch. Tomorrow night, make sure that you join us again. We're going to be live not only on Top Esports, but also Signature Esports over with me. We're going to be taking care of that Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series. Make sure you tune in for that. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube for Signature Esports, the Top Esports Twitch and the Facebook page. We're gonna be on like 5 channels tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you can also catch Jason and I on Saturday night for the off-season modified series, which kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern. He's going to be joining me for a night in the booth, and we're going to have a heck of a time.
Tell you what, I like me some modifieds. Those are some fun cars. There's the overhead camera right there for the number 24 of Fletcher Quigley. He has led a ton of laps here. He was the guy that everybody wanted to be chasing. The 24 doing a phenomenal job as he comes around the turn 2 exit. Look at that rear deck. Look at how the distance on the cars. He's able to pull some of the differences in the Cup car to the truck car, a little bit into the wall there. You see the sparks coming off the rear quarter panel. The difference is on the B car, they are very free cars. They get tight in corner entry. They're loose off corner exit all the time. A lot of horsepower there. The deck lid right there, you see how short that splitter is. Even in super speedway racing, these cars have a short deck lid. They're roughly about 3.5, 4 inches are what you're going to see typically out of those. And they really, really handle. They're a driver's car, so I really enjoy the Xfinity Series. I enjoy watching these guys get out here and race. Darlington, the lady in black, really starting to show who's going to shine. McCartney, 13 seconds the difference. He lost a ton of ground over the last 2 laps to the 24. Guys, is it a battle now between for third here? Because you're going to see the 18 starting to approach some lap traffic. Is this going to be a battle here? It looks like Kaufman and Thomas have caught each other here, folks.
Yeah, they're 11 seconds back from Levi, so I think this is your big battle here, and it wasn't much of a battle as Paul Thomas got by him with relative ease there.
Yeah, looks like Brian didn't want to fight there.
Yeah.
I think Brian wants to finish the race. He wants to finish clean, get himself a top 5, be on the lead lap here. 5 laps to go. I mean, smart move. Maybe 5 laps to go. He just follows the draft of the 43, tries to make the 43, make a mistake, get third back. Maybe
17 races. It's all about where you can get yourself into the points, right? So sometimes it's not about the win. Sometimes it's about getting yourself a solid night of points and moving on to next week.
Yeah, I mean, Brad and I know that well. Last season, with the Truck Series, Brad and I believe we finished 1 and 2. I don't know if you had a win, but we were just consistent all year. It's not always.
Got one at Kansas.
You did get one at Kansas. Yep. I forgot. Yep, props to you. But it's really about consistency. I mean, we saw NASCAR Denny Hamlin. He didn't get his first win almost for the entire year, and he was fighting for the regular season championship. It's all about showing up to the track, running hard, running clean, and keeping it clean. Obviously, Darlington, you really can't keep it clean here, no matter how hard you try. But Fletcher's definitely doing that tonight.
You can win a championship, and we watched over the course of NASCAR history. We won. Who was it? Matt Kenseth won a championship and pretty much didn't win a race the entire season. And the only one that mattered, he just finished ahead of the driver that he was battling with. In the championship race. 2 laps to go. More Family 150. Top Esports, Graham Construction, Xfinity Series. Big special thank you to all the sponsors. Missed the road race. Ice Bags out there, how you doing? Trey, good to see you out there. Much love to you. I appreciate you. You're always chatting it up out there. 24 out front by a whole country mile here at Darlington. What a race it's been. White flag's going to wave this time by.
Yeah, this has been an absolute show from Fletcher tonight. After that second restart we had, after that early second caution, he's just gotten up there. Levi got into the wall a little bit. Fletcher made a pass, and he hasn't looked back all night long.
Final lap here, Woody. You want to take him to the end?
Yes, Fletcher's coming down there, going into turn 3 and 4. Coming down, I think that's 3 and 4, coming down to the front stretch there. Yep, he's heading for the checkered flag. As he comes across it, hey, Levi McCartney's your winner there.
Fletcher Quigley.
Excuse me. Fletcher Quigley. Whoa!
Whoa!
Fletcher, don't call it too soon. The race results still unofficial. 24 of Fletcher Quigley's going to win it here. McCartney, a nice, fantastic P2 finish here. We were talking about strategy, and that's the strategy he had. The gap for everybody. Thomas and Kaufman still racing it out at the very end. The 43 and the 01 finish 11 100ths of a second side by side, pretty close to it right there. 24 is going to burn it out right there. Congratulations on the race winners here. And what a great race it was. It was great to be able to step back in here and get in. Geez, Woody says, Trey, nice race. Hey, you know what? Woody was watching his driver, okay? He wanted Levi to make a last-ditch, glitch to the front. That's what happened.
The last-ditch 15-second glitch to the front.
Well, quickly got the win.
Would you like to run through the finishing order there, Jason, since we have it up on the screen?
Fletcher Quigley is going to be your Fairfield Motorsports winner here for the Graham Construction More 150 here on Top Esports. Levi McCartney is going to be in second. Cole Thomas third. Brian Kaufman finishes it out in fourth. Matt Fleming, the number 8 car, finishes in fifth. Rule Thane there, the number 60, has a 1 lap down finish, but I tell you what, he was still trying to push it there at the end. Anthony Zirkle finishes 2 laps down there in seventh. Crawford, Kostritza, Delago, Tardif, Wrestler, Ward, and it does look like James was running the numbers out there, 110 laps down. Congratulations on the race winner, Fletcher Quigley, as we're going to start talking to some of the drivers here in just a moment. Make sure you go to www.fairfieldautogroup.com. That is going to be your finishing your race result sponsor right there on the bottom of your screen. Graham Construction as well, Xfinity Series. Congratulations to the 24. Let's talk to some of these folks. Let's see. Fletcher Quigley is going to be your race winner, the number 24. Fletcher, you got a copy there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, my man. You had a race. You had a car to beat here. You had the strategy there. The pit strategy worked in your favor, too. Short pitting coming in last time on lap 78. You were able to extend that, have that long green flag run. Walk us through your race and kind of how the car started handling on those older tires and compared to why you short pitted when you did.
Definitely didn't think we were going to get long runs. I did some practice with Levi, and it's I just want to say it's nice to get a teammate 1-2 finish. That's awesome. And but yeah, just wasn't really sure how it was going to react on the long run. Ended up feeling fairly decent. I just tried to keep it off the wall. I think I was kind of underdriving a little bit, and I think that's what honestly helped me. I just wanted to minimize mistakes and keep the car clean. Pit strategy ended up working well. I wasn't sure if there's going to be someone who would make it on one stop. I got a little nervous there, but and a couple guys were spinning out. I thought we might get a late caution, but everything worked out nicely, and happy to get it done.
16 seconds was the gap, and to your teammate. So congratulations there. Give your shout outs out there, my friend. It is your time to shine.
Thank you to Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield Motorsports. The teammates, Abram, Levi, Anthony Zirkle, thank everybody that helped in practice this week, and looking forward to getting hopefully another good race next week and staying up towards the top.
Sounds like a good plan for you. Congratulations once again on the race win, and we do look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Fletcher Quigley is going to be a race winner there, the number 18 of Mr. McCartney. How about it, Abram? How about you take this one for me?
Levi. How was it in that 18 car tonight? Looks like you were struggling to keep it off the wall a little bit there. Did you have a helpless feeling seeing Fletcher on a tear like he was tonight, or did you think that you could have some speed for him if you would have got a late caution there?
I had a second place car tonight, and I am happy with it. This is one of my worst tracks. Put in some work this week. Was able to find some good qualifying speed, and I was just shooting for a podium finish tonight, and I am very happy with that. Great to go 1-2, and I just wish I could have put up a little bit more of a fight for first with Fletcher, but I will take it this week. It was just a complete battle out there. Long race. Track is just high intensity the whole time, trying to keep it off the wall. So I'm happy to move on to next week. I want to thank Fairfield Motorsports, all the guys, all the admin team. I know it's been kind of a tough week, just getting through some stuff with the league and continuing to come out and put on a good show. I'm proud of everybody. So great win, Fletcher, and proud of the guys.
Number 18 does it in style. Congratulations from me over here as well. That was it was a heck of a drive for everybody. Pit strategy kind of working in the same factor. Woody, I'm going to let you take Mr. Thomas here. Cole Thomas made a last 5 lap pass to really solidify himself, but he was battling with the 0-1 for third, able to hold him off there at the end. Congratulations on a P3 finish. How about it, Woody? How much you get him?
Cole, man, what a race, man. Y'all was in there that's hanging on for you. Looked like your dear life there, and it looked like everybody was taking the wall. So how did you do there for, as far as the wall scraping?
I didn't do too bad. I think I hit the wall twice. But I was very surprised with how long we went green. It was very impressive. And congratulations to Fletcher, and I'm just very happy with my finish here tonight.
Yeah, very good run there. Hey, you looked like y'all had a pretty good pit strategy going on there for sure. And are you looking forward to racing the trucks tomorrow night at the same track?
Hoping I'll be here, hopefully.
All right. Well, I wish you the buck and best of luck. And anybody you want to shout out to out there?
Yeah, Douglas Distributing, Beer Nuts, MK2 Aerospace, 3D, and TFMG.
All right.
everyone
You have a
out to the
great
car.
one then, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
There's your top three for tonight. Quigley, McCarty, and Mr. Thomas. Cole Thomas there having a great race. Congratulations to our podium finishes over here. Guys, last insights for the race. What do you think?
Well, I got one question for Levi real quickly. Levi, did you get your championship decal put on your car?
I did, yes. Fletcher put that on there for me. Brought back the Gravedigger scheme for me. I couldn't be happier. I love the scheme, and Fletcher's good at making them, so I appreciate everything he does.
All righty, and now looks like Mr. Quigley's going to get him a winner decal tonight. So we do have all the winners now. They're being putting decals and everything on their cars now for every race they win, and the champion gets a championship decal for the championship. So I appreciate y'all putting on a great show for us there. Hey, I missed my 10 cautions I thought I was going to see. Like it went off at the first, but hey, a great race to all of y'all.
And that is where it's going to be. Top Esports 2, that's the channel we're on right here. Check us out again tomorrow. Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series. Tonight's race brought to you by Peaches Gentlemen's Club. The Moore Family 150 is in the books. Graham Construction Xfinity Series will be back next week. I do believe Phoenix is on the circuit. And guys, it was a great to be able to jump in here and commentate with you. You'll catch me back here next week as well. I'm going to start joining these guys and start getting this. Start getting some things out here. We're going to get these drivers that feel. I want to make them feel like they're $100 or $1 million, maybe $1 billion.
I want everybody to know these drivers. That is my goal. I want the world to know how good our league is. So, we're doing our best, with all of our sponsors that I definitely have to shout out with Graham Construction, Beef Jerky Unlimited, Peaches, of course, 2 for 1 on Thursday nights, Valdosta, Georgia's Finest. Just everybody that helps this channel out, Fairfield Motorsports, just everybody, even down to Signature Esports and you, Jason. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for accepting the come to call for our team, and we're glad to have you.
Oh, I appreciate everybody over here, folks. If you haven't checked us out, you're going to be able to watch this across a lot of platforms. We're going to try not to change too much for you so you can still catch it on the same channels. But make sure you go follow us over here at Signature Esports, because we will have everything there. Anything that gets posted, we're going to try to mirror everything that's going on, make this transition as simple as possible. Graham Construction, make sure if you are in the area, go check them out. And much love and appreciation to everybody out there. Gentlemen, thank you for the broadcast tonight. Darlington this week for the Graham Construction Xfinity Series. Well, it's in the books, and we're going to be seeing you here tomorrow night. Remember, same time, same bat channel. I think what is it? 8:30 Eastern is when you guys get rolling.
8:45 we get rolling tomorrow. Yep.
8:45. Well, I'll be ready at 8:30, so we'll be. I'll be early because I was a little late today. Thank you, everybody out there. I appreciate you. From myself, we've got all the folks over here, guys. We've got Abram. Thanks to Brad as well. Cole Thomas. Congratulations, Fireball Woody, my man. I am looking forward to calling more races with you. Fletcher's out there. Good win for him. The 18, of course, having a great job as well. And to all the admins and staff over at Top Esports, much love to you, and to the Xfinity Series. We're going to see you here once again tomorrow night. Thank you.